From aged psych hospitals whose halls are roamed by the restless spirits of former patients and medical staff long since deceased, to historic libraries where busy ghosts perform work tasks from beyond the grave. Are you sure you're ready to brave my picks for some of the most haunted places in Detroit, Michigan? Number 5. The historic Fort Wayne. The historic Fort Wayne, located in Detroit, Michigan, has a rich history dating back to the 19th century when it was originally constructed in 1843 as a strategic military outpost for the United States Army. Historically, it served as a primary defense during conflicts such as the Mexican-American War, the American Civil War, and both World Wars, and was named after General Mad Anthony Wayne, a hero of the American Revolution. Over its years, Fort Wayne housed various military units and played a crucial role in safeguarding the Detroit area. It was decommissioned as an active military installation in 1973 and eventually opened to the public as a historic site. Today, the historic Fort Wayne serves as a living history museum, preserving the fort's structures, artifacts, and stories of its military past, while offering guided tours, reenactments, and educational programs to help visitors gain insight into its historical significance. Not surprisingly, Fort Wayne has also gained a reputation for its supernatural activity, with visitors and paranormal enthusiasts alike reporting several haunting phenomena. Some claim to have witnessed shadowy apparitions or silhouettes moving through its halls that are often described as fleeting or that disappear upon closer inspection, while others report hearing unexplained voices or whispers that are painted as indistinct or coming from empty rooms or corridors. Some individuals tell of encountering areas with sudden drops in temperature or of experiencing unexplained sensations of being touched, watched, or a feeling of unease while exploring certain sections of the fort, while others have described ghostly apparitions dressed in military garb resembling soldiers from different eras that usually manifest in the barracks, on the parade ground, or along the defense's aged walls. Number 4. The Southwest Detroit Hospital. The Southwest Detroit Hospital, located off of Fort Street in Detroit, Michigan, was originally built through the late 1800s and served as a psychiatric treatment center. It operated under different names throughout its history, including as the Michigan State Hospital, as Wayne County General Hospital, and as Riverside Hospital, and played a crucial role in providing mental health services to the community for many years. Unfortunately, the hospital faced many challenges and controversies throughout its existence. Reports of patient mistreatment and overcrowding emerged over time, leading to concerns about the quality of care provided. And through the mid-1990s, the site faced financial difficulties and eventually ended up closing its doors in '96. According to various paranormal enthusiasts and urban legends, this weathered health facility is said to be haunted by the spirits of former patients who suffered within its walls, and both visitors and supernatural researchers alike have claimed to have witnessed ghostly apparitions and shadowy figures across its bounds. These sightings often involve the apparitions of former patients or of unidentified figures moving through the hallways or standing in certain rooms, seemingly going about tasks from life. Many have also reported hearing strange voices or whispers while inside the Southwest Detroit Hospital. These voices are often described as faint or indistinguishable, making it difficult to determine their source or meaning. Additionally, visitors and work crews to the abandoned hospital have reported hearing unexplained noises such as footsteps, doors opening and closing, and objects being moved around. Commotions that are often attributed to the spirits of former patients who may still linger at unrest within the building. Lastly, some have told of experiencing feelings of unease or of being watched while exploring the hospital, and have also described encountering sudden drops in temperature or cold spots in certain areas, which are commonly associated with supernatural phenomena. Number 3. The Detroit Institute of Arts. The Detroit Institute of Arts is a renowned museum located in Detroit, Michigan that's recognized for its sweeping collections and cultural impact on the community as a whole. Historically, the DIA was founded in 1885 as the Detroit Museum of Art. Its establishment was driven by a group of local arts patrons and leaders who aimed to create a cultural institution that would bring art and education to their city. This original museum was located off of Jefferson Avenue, but due to its growing collection, the DIA moved to its current location off of Woodward Avenue instead in 1927. The museum's current Beaux Arts style building was designed by architect Paul Kret and boasts an impressive impressive facade adorned with sculptures and decorative elements. And over the years, the DIA has undergone several expansions and renovations to accommodate its growing collections and to improve its facilities. The art amassed at the Detroit Institute of Arts is extensive and diverse, spanning a wide range of periods, styles, and cultures. It includes works from ancient civilizations, European masterpieces, American art, African art, Native American art, contemporary pieces, and much, much more. Notable highlights of this collection include Diego Rivera's renowned Detroit industry murals, Vincent van Gogh's self-portrait, and Pieter Bruegel the Elder's The Wedding Dance. While the DIA has played a significant role in promoting art education and cultural enrichment in the Detroit community, it also boasts a darker side, with some visitors and staff members sharing accounts of unusual occurrences and eerie experiences while inside its bounds. Many have claimed to spy shadowy figures or apparitions moving through the galleries or in certain areas of the property, particularly during quiet or late hours, and others have reported hearing unexplained footsteps, whispers, or disembodied voices while exploring about that are often described as conversations or music coming from empty rooms or corridors. There have also been occasional claims of artwork seemingly shifting or changing position on their own, and while these reports are rare, they only further contribute to the notion of paranormal activity within the museum. Finally, some have described encountering cold spots or areas with inexplicably chilly atmospheres in certain sections of the museum, while others have reported feeling a sense of being watched or a general feeling of unease. Number 2. The Detroit Public Library. The Detroit Public Library, located in Detroit, Michigan, is an educational venue boasting a rich history and recognition for both its architectural beauty and cultural significance. Historically, this institution was initially founded in 1865 and originally operated out of various rented rooms, with the first permanent building for the library, known as the Detroit Public Library and Museum, opening in 1877. Notably, this structure was located on Woodward Avenue and was designed by architect Julius Hess. Over its years, the library expanded its collection and services and became a vital resource to the community. Through the 1920s, this library received a significant boost when Frederick H. Cummings, a wealthy Detroit philanthropist, donated funds for the construction of a new main library building. The current main library building, often referred to as the Frederick H. Cummings Library, was completed in 1921 and was designed by noted architect Cass Gilbert, who also conceived other iconic structures like the U.S. Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. This new library would undergo further expansions in the following decades, including the addition of the Skillman Branch Library in 1963 and the opening of the Adam Strom Hall in 2002. Today, the Detroit Public Library is composed of several branches, with the main library building serving as its flagship institution. While the Detroit Public Library doesn't have an extensive reputation for its hauntings, there have been more than a few ghost stories associated with its bounds that easily warrant this list's attention. One of the most well-known legends involves the apparition of a woman in a gray dress, often referred to as the Gray Lady. According to said legends, this Gray Lady is the spirit of a former librarian who worked at the library and died under mysterious circumstances, with some accounts suggesting that she fell down an elevator shaft, while others claim she was actually murdered. Whatever the case, both visitors and staff members have reported spying the Gray Lady in various parts of the library, particularly near the stacks and in the basement. Another ghostly presence associated with the library is believed to be the spirit of the aforementioned architect Cass Gilbert. Incidentally, Gilbert passed away in 1934, but there have been reports of his spectral form being observed in the library, with witnesses describing encounters with an elderly gentleman in old-fashioned clothing, who usually manifests near the grand staircase, observing his surroundings for moments before fading away. Number 1. St. Agnes Church. St. Agnes Church is a Catholic church located in Detroit, Michigan that was established in 1914 to serve the local Catholic community in the area, and that, like its name suggests, is dedicated to St. Agnes of Rome, a 3rd century Christian martyr. Historically, St. Agnes Church was established in 1914 to serve a growing Catholic populace in the area known as the Old Redford neighborhood of Detroit, and was named in honor of the aforementioned St. Agnes of Rome, a young Christian martyr who lived through the 3rd century. Notably, the original St. Agnes Church was just a small wooden structure that served as a place of worship for its parishioners. However, as the community continued to grow, a larger church building was needed. In 1921, construction began on a new church fashioned of brick and stone. This Gothic revival-style structure was designed by the architectural firm of Donaldson and Meyer and was completed in 1922. This new church featured intricate architectural details, including a looming bell tower, stained glass windows, and a grand entrance, while its interior was adorned with ornate woodwork, decorative plaster, and a stunning sanctuary. Over the years, St. Agnes Church has remained an important spiritual and community hub for the Catholic faith in the Old Redford neighborhood, and hosted numerous religious ceremonies, including baptisms, weddings, and funerals, while providing a gathering place for community events and celebrations alike. Chillingly, over its many years, St. Agnes has built quite the reputation for purported supernatural activity on site. One of the most well-known ghostly apparitions reported at St. Agnes Church is that of a weeping lady, with witnesses claiming to have observed a sorrowful woman dressed in white or gray clothing, who's often spied near the main entrance or in the church vestibules, and some accounts suggest that she may be connected to a tragedy or loss that occurred in the area. Both visitors and staff members have also reported hearing unexplained footsteps echoing through the church when no one else is present. These footsteps are often described as heavy and distinct, as if someone is walking with purpose through the building. At St. Agnes, there have been numerous accounts of strange electrical disturbances across church grounds, including lights flickering or turning on and off inexplicably, and some individuals have experienced unusual sensations such as sudden drops in temperature or a feeling of being watched during these incidents. Lastly, many visitors claim to have witnessed shadowy figures or ghostly apparitions in various parts of the broken church, including amongst the pews, aisles, and sacristy, that are often described as translucent or fleeting, and that usually disappear when approached or looked at directly. Taking its intriguing history into account and coupling it with such a spine-tingling range of purported ghostly encounters and associated supernatural phenomena, I felt St. Agnes Church was the perfect choice as the most haunted place in Detroit. Thanks for joining me for my picks for some of the most haunted places in Detroit, Michigan. If you enjoyed hearing my histories and ghost stories, subscribe to my channel, like this upload, and share me with anyone you feel could use a good scare. Until next time.